Black Bottom podcast.
That is correct. The Black Bottom. I'm one of your hosts, D. Alice Johnson.
And I'm Kamiki I.O.
And we at the Black Bottom, y'all.
Chopping it up again about some things.
Once again, we in the election year and we got problems this year.
I don't have no problems. I'm not voting.
You ain't voting?
Oh no.
Why not?
I don't buy into that ideal that my vote counts.
Oh, okay. Well, when you talk about the popular vote regarding the president, we don't pick that. Electoral College picked that.
Yeah, I'm not even.
So yeah, I see what you mean. But locally, your vote could count.
Or not. I'm a doer. I believe that what we are actually wishing for, or when people go vote, is really going to happen with their own efforts, their own hands, or their actions. We have to be the ones who do it, make things happen.
That's right. Can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But you know, what I did when I asked you to talk to you about was this Kamala Harris situation that we're currently in. We all know that President Biden dropped out of the upcoming the current presidential race. So his vice president decided to step up and it's official now. They ratified her. She's the official Democratic candidate. But what are your thoughts on all of this that's going on?
It's comedy.
It is.
It's so much comedy, really.
That it is.
I
can't argue with that neither.
It's hilarious when you have people who believe that they can actually change things and areas, people, places, whatever, and they don't even walk in those places. They don't even operate in those places.
You know, that's a popular thought these days. People feel like too many politicians are just totally divorced from reality. I mean, no sense of reality whatsoever. Totally out of touch. Maybe you can elaborate on that. What
That's deep. Well, that's how you said a divorce.
Well, you really don't even follow politics too closely. That's
not at all.
Okay.
I don't, and I can't because it's energy. I think it's just there to just create static, to create anger, to create health issues. I believe it's all aimed to prevent adequacy from happening. That whole ordeal is not productive whatsoever.
Yeah, I can see why
it's
you
not
would
even
think that.
It's not even producing anything. I am someone who don't buy into it because it's not going to do anything. It's not ever going to do anything. I had the opportunity to work in government, state government, not a small office.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a small office. It was like right under the governor's office. And I saw firsthand, the reality of what's going on with people's money. Nothing's about to happen. It's not.
I hear that.
It's not even something. What we are to engage in is providing ourselves for change. Putting ourselves in spaces to change and be available for changes that will always maintain community. That's not going to maintain community. All the voting, it's not maintaining it now. What community is, they have their order ideas and they have simple orders that they believe is community. But it's not at all unifying people. It's not gathering people. It's not creating thy neighborly type of vibes. No one knows each other. There's no neighbor. There's no order. And it hasn't done it yet. It's not about to. and it's definitely not going to happen. I don't see it's going to happen with the person that you mentioned whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Hey, well, you know, you're not alone in your thoughts. I got to tell you that. But speaking of which, you got a couple products over here. I'm mighty curious. This is looking intriguing over here. You say, is this you? These your products?
Yeah. Well, so when we were communicating previous on the Black Bottom, Ray wanted to talk about sovereignty again.
Right.
So I brought this.
Sovereignty, which is what exactly is it?
Well, this right here is a trading game. It's a board game. It's similar to, like, far as what I haven't opened it up to play with it, but it's more like a Monopoly style. So instead of like buying like states and railroads, this is about like countries and gross national GDP, domestic product, and like, you know, something that's educational and entertaining at the same time, and about a topic that is very important. You know, he wanted to speak about like the sovereign being, but we'll just catch him on the next one. He can get more in depth what he was inquiring about, but he did mention that before we left. But so I brought this because this is one of the activities I'm going to have in place with the Brotherhood that I'm doing at BYOBB, so we can have some activities where the brothers won't be on their phone or wishing to be on their phone. So we'll have like, you know, some tables with brothers chopping it up about sovereignty, building on that. And then I got that 6-in-1 game that got, you know, chess and checkers and backgammon and other activities that is, you know, to stimulate your brain, like, you know, chess and things like that, where it just kind of keep people hands free from their phones. Okay. So this is just, you know, some activities, but this was the main event. This is the main game, main activity that I see the brothers building around, because this topic, sovereignty, to me is super, super important, especially in this hour, and what it means. And there's so many different meanings, and there's so many different levels, and, you know, but it's very important. You know, and so I just wish to share that in what he asked about the sovereign being, I would just, because I know we're probably going to talk a little bit more about it once we shoot the show with him next show.
Right.
But just to talk about the being, the sovereign being is someone who's capable of making their choices and being responsible.
I'm sorry about that.
For their choices.
1 second. Hello. A little bit busy. What you up to? Were you at home? I'll come hit you back in a little bit. All right. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Okay, so.
My apologies.
No. So, you know, just what the sovereign being is, and I believe is a person able to make choices that are solid in their own choices. You know, they don't require someone else to officer them, to law them, to, you know, pull them over and check. They're capable of handling these basic things themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful thing to me.
You know what I'm saying?
So look, I know what the appeal is to something like Monopoly. You know, you shake the dice, throw them, and you make your move. Give me an example of how this is how you play or
actually
partake in the sovereignty.
See, now this is deep, because I think this is the most I've done.
Okay.
Because this is a game that I got for the Brotherhood. So this is something that I'm going to have the brothers are going to be the first to crack this baby open, and we all read the instructions, and I'm just going to be watching in the background with the brothers. And
so yeah, we get the details on that.
Same thing with that. I haven't cracked that open. All the different activities that I have that I've inquired for, you know, the BYOB and B. I have touch because this is the brotherhood. This is what the brothers would do. So when you all start coming together, decide to come together and be a part of my world, because you know my world is a little crazy. When Kamiki Ayo does, no, I'm playing. But you know, when we all just, you know, I've been, you know, I've sent out recently some a telegram about the BYOB. That was the first one. Just kind of started off.
Before I forget again, go ahead and fill us all in on the BYOB.
It's called BYOB&B.
And every other event you got also, maybe you can fill us in and enlighten us on, you know, what's to come.
Well, this is like a private brotherhood, so it's the brothers that I've personally invited, my family, friends.
It's a private party. Gotcha.
They will then bring in brothers. So once the brotherhood come, because I did it and didn't nobody come but Keith. But you know, it's because I didn't really.
You didn't mark it.
You know, but it all happened. It happened the way it's supposed to. But once the brothers, when we really commence and start, this will be one of the main things on deck, where the brothers come in a circle and we all learn how to play this. And while we're playing this, we have to communicate. I believe this is something important to start expanding on sovereignty. Okay. While we're being actively brothering and all that, this is like the theme I'm envisioning with this BYOB&B building brotherhood thing I got going in the background. That's on the back burner, the brotherhood building, and the main burner is the dating experience that we have.
And you had one of these events already, and it was a great success. Is what you?
Well, not the dating. Okay, so this year, 2024, what I've envisioned is to start bringing the bees and the flowers together. So that's what the dating experience is about for those who are ready, or ready to explore what intimacy is, right? So I'm envisioning that because I think that's important. To me, I think that would help make my work as far as gathering community easier, because when you get out in the community and you got people who can barely talk because they got issues going on at home, or they're mad or sad, all that, it makes it it's not as, work isn't as efficient when you got people heads everywhere, because love ain't right. Because love don't love nobody. You know what I'm saying? So my vision is to get this dating experience, getting the flowers, getting the bees, getting this communication, getting this world of harmony and intimacy going on. That's what I wish to. This was in my sight for 2024 to build, and then next year we get more to the community side, community economics. So mainly the BYOB is in the background. You know, because that's something that's going to happen naturally. Like it's the brothers who come and then they build the brothers and add when they add and expand. That's like growing while we got love growing. And then bam, 2025 is when we now pretty much have a grouping of people who are lively and available to actually do what we was talking about doing as far as being the ones to make the change, being available to go out and provide ourselves and put things in, like the black bottom, you know what I'm saying? Self-sufficiency, providing our own resources, basic, you know, from food, clothing, shelter, you know what I'm saying? Self-sufficiency and all that. So, but the idea of sovereignty, I think is valuable, because when you got all this mess that's going on and you know, the world that you're talking about, all that, this is gonna be real serious right here. It's right here.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of brought this in today. I brought this in today to visually.
That is obviously great information, and we look forward to more information to come.
Yeah.
Because you know, have to actually have some experience with sovereignty before you can give us the details on it. So we definitely want to welcome you back.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful for being here, and I
absolutely
coming back.
That is appreciated, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching.
That's right.
for paying attention.
Join us next time.
Yes.
Peace.
Thank you.
We at the Black Bottom Podcast.